It had been 27 nights since I set off taking on the public lakes out in France. I thought I'd experienced everything, but the next couple of weeks showed me how very wrong I was.
Well, I've just pulled up to the lake and it's another massive expanse of water, and I just get so excited each time I arrive at one of these places and think of the memories I could leave here with. But it's not that easy. I've got to start somewhere, and it is raining. It's very wet rain, and it's a little bit windy blowing into me, but I've found somewhere, like I said, that I can sit in the car. I've probably been here about 20 minutes just watching the water down this arm, and I haven't seen anything, so I'm going to have to move and go somewhere else and try and look if I can find them somewhere, hunt them down. The banks are absolutely gorgeous. They're all sandy, crystal clear water. It's absolute paradise here. Well, I've driven round to another boat launch and jumped out the car because the wind stopped, walked round to my left and just seen one show. I found them. Let's do this. I bumped into someone in the car park. Big Gav. It's good to see him. You've just started your trip, haven't you? You've been ferreting around for the past couple of days, and we've both ended up by chance at the same lake. So I think we're going to fish together for the next couple of nights. Well, I found a swim and just getting the rods out, bivvies all up, inside's all sorted. You'll finish your cup of coffee. I'll have probably another one, and then I think we'll set sail, try and get a couple of the rods out into the abyss, and hopefully by this time tomorrow we'll either be on a different lake or have a couple of very nice carp in the sack. And I hope it's the latter of the two, does that make sense? Yeah. And I hope, yeah. That's enough. We could use some of that. I hope it's the latter of the two. That's it. Well, the sun's actually just come out and I'm frantically tying some baits on to get fishing because Gav's already caught one, and I can't believe it, but we just finished having our coffees. He got a few rods out, I sorted a few things out, and he caught one already. Oh, it's a lot bigger than I thought. He probably caught it in about, I think it was about 10 meters of water, which is around 30 foot, I think, which is very, very deep for this time of year. But like I said, it has been cold and it is their home, so they're used to it. I haven't even got a rod out yet.
The first two rods I deployed in open water. Finding the riverbed that ran through the valley, I opted to fish just next to it, but still in crazy depths.
And then two rods are in this little gap as well, kind of going up that margin round to our left. But out there, yeah, it's like 46 foot, which is a bit mental. Well, it's me tying a new rig because there's a very, very nice carp in there, and it's early hours of the morning, so that's going to go into a sling. Oh, look at that. What a buzz. First carp from a new lake. And the moon's out and everything. Yes, yes, yes.
Early morning, mist rolling over the lake, I thought I was in again. But this time, it was a very unwelcome and unexpected species.
Well, there you go, a lovely young one from a beautiful, beautiful lake. Like we said, we didn't know anything about this place. And then last night, early morning, we were treated with a gorgeous full moon and also a lovely sunrise this morning. Amongst that all, I was lucky enough to catch this really, really nice carp. Low 30-pounder, got wicked scales on him. Yeah, this is just a quick glimpse of what's in here. I can't wait to spend a couple more nights seeing if there are any bigger residents of this lake. The biggest part of coming fishing out here for me is exploring new lakes and having that feeling that you're completely out of your depth, only to then come and, in the end, hopefully catch and conquer some lakes and catch a few. And that's exactly what I feel like I've done. It's such a steep learning curve. You learn things so quickly about different waters, about how carp are feeding, and you're piecing everything together in your mind. And it is just wonderful being able to sit back and know that you've done it straight away. And that's why I come out here. There's no other reason I come to these lakes. Obviously I want to catch some big fish and stuff, but it's the whole adventure. It's seeing new places, it's being in complete wildlife. We heard some amazing sounds last night, and quite terrifying sounds actually as well. It's probably big wild boars over on the far bank.
I decided to fish a berm, which I think is the raised barrier on both sides of, in this case, the sunken river.
Yep, that is the mission of attack. I'm gonna fish a berm, which I hope that is correct. I'm saying berm, but I think that's what a berm is. The lips of a river. I might be completely wrong. My geography A level might have failed me there, but I think that's what it is called. Correct me if I'm wrong. I hope I'm right, because I'm berm this, berm that.
Well, I walk into Gav's swim and it's like the Bahamas in here. It is roasting hot. He's got a lovely beach and there's no wind. It is blowing in my swim. Oh, it is free. Oh, I'm burning my hairs. It is freezing cold in my swim. It's quite cold in here, but the wind's just died off. It looks a lot nicer. Apparently tomorrow it's going to be like mid-20s, so we're going to have a heat wave, aren't we? Well, I'm on chopping duties.
I'm on meat.
Gav's on meat. What are we having? Bolognese. Well deserved. With now it's just garlic haze. I've got some herbs here if you want them. Oh, look at that. Overly prepared. Right, I'll get back to chopping. Well, good morning, and I've got a big smile on my face because I've been woken up to an absolute screamer, and I've had another one. Well, there you go, there's the one this morning, another small one, and to be honest, I think it's time for a bit of a move. It's a really nice carp, massive mouth, big rubbery lips on him, huge mouth. We've had enough of these small ones. It's a beautiful place, but I think it's time for a bit of a move. So I'm gonna wave goodbye to this one and head off. The cherry on the cake, if that's the right thing. Cherry on top of the cake, cherry on the icing on the cake. The icing on the cherry on the cake, I don't know. Cool carp. Right, let's get packed up. You need to have a poo. You go and have a poo. I'm gonna pack up and let's hit the road, dude. Won't you come back? What's the plan?
What's the plan?
Yeah. Feeling fresh?
I feel fresh now after that.
Lovely little swim
Yeah.
in the heat.
Brush teeth, head shave, full shebang.
Full shebang, let's do it. Well, we got here and it's really confusing. Basically, there's two big arms and there's temporary, what are they called?
Reserves.
Reserves. There's temporary reserves on some point of those arms and all of this.
What,
No, here.
yeah.
I'm chatting to a GoPro.
Oh shit, sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
We just discussed this. Anyway, so there's temporary reserves on the arms and we don't really fancy it, do we?
No.
So we're gonna drive another 2 hours.
I think it's not that we don't fancy, I think it's the fact of we're going the rigmarole of unloading the vans, go searching and get
And then
told
getting kicked off in a night.
at
Yeah.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Which, yeah, we'll see. So we've got another big lake a bit further south. Big lake. So we're gonna tackle it. So we're gonna drive 2 hours, get down there, aircon on, because it is roasting hot out there. Well, I've done a lot of driving these past few weeks. 1,813.1 miles to be precise. But I'm loving it. I'm never bored of it. Look at this French countryside. First impressions. There's barely any water in it and it looks like the moon. What a place. Look at it. Whoa. That's insane. What's your first impressions?
Looks like the moon.
So cool. They are steep.
Looked like a fish, didn't it?
Yeah. Whoa, that's soft. You'd fish on some of these spots quite happily, wouldn't you? On there. Well, I've just arrived at the very top end of this immense body of water. It snakes all the way down this valley and then opens up into a ginormous lake. As you can probably tell, the water's down about, looks about 15-20 meters to be honest. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy, but look at the structure in the water. It's incredible. So we have worked as a team and it's taken about 40 minutes to drive from one side to the other, and then I've driven an extra 20 minutes to the top end, while Gav has gone down to the bottom end, to the dam end. He's driven about 40 minutes. And I found that it's about 2 foot deep up here with barely any water in it. Obviously the water's down loads, so Gav had said down where he is there's a lovely area of bank and a load of sandbars. I've got 26 minutes driving through pine forests and very wiggly roads. Well, this is very, very exciting. I can't quite believe I'm saying this, but we're back where we loaded the boats. With the boats, we have just driven 40 minutes down this lake and had to turn around and come all the way back. There are signs saying reserve for zander spawning. And obviously we're respecting that the fish are spawning, but the water's down, the snags are completely out the water. It is a big barrage and the zander aren't going to spawn where that night zone is, and I can't quite believe it's happening. So as you can see, it's getting dark and our excitement here in this beautiful place has somewhat dwindled. We're going to have to load the cars and van up again and
It's what we love doing. It's our favourite thing.
it is our favourite thing. We've done it. We'll do it 3 times today, just for a laugh. What do you think of Xander?
Fuck Xander.
Have you ever caught a Xander?
Useless species.
They are. We have to pack again. Again.
If it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
Exactly. Not for the faint-hearted.
Not for the faint-hearted.
Oh God.
Pay lake? Pay lake.
Yeah, give me a pin to a pay lake.
Yeah, they're not my favourite thing at the moment.
No,
for sure.
no, I think they're my least favourite fish. They're not even pretty, are they?
Just tired and hungry.
Hungry, grumpy, moody, hangry Gav. Look what happened last night. I slept there. Gav slept in his van. Not very well. We drove and we're at a lake. And it looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, looks lovely, man.
And hopefully the Xander aren't being busybodies. Hopefully they're not as horny at this lake.
You know what I've got to say about Xander, don't you?
What?
Fuck.
You've woken up. Well, we have woken up and we can see the lake and it looks nice, doesn't it? It's yeah, mist rolling off it and we've got a whole day of exploring and learning a new lake. Was that a carp?
That did look like a fish.
It was a fish, and after a couple more coffees, we wasted no time and got the boats prepped to set sail in the direction of the shows.
What are you saying?
What are you saying? Crash. Boink. Yeah, it looks nice. I feel positive now.
Yeah, I like the fact that we've got the water kind of pushing up through here.
Yeah.
We can cover entrances, casting points, arms, blades.
We can spread them out.
Yeah, we've got lots of options at this point.
Well, as you can probably tell, I'm all set up and we've actually seen a couple of fish. We saw them earlier this morning, that's why we came round here. And I've just seen another one crash, so I'm all set up. Rigs and baits are ready. Got an absolute donkey choker on. And then my ever faithful pineapples. New fresh leaders on. Swim's a bit of a mess, but we're gonna do it. You ready, Gav?
Already, I just fucked up after that.
Ah. Yeah, hopefully we can find a couple of cool features where the fish have been crashing and catch a few. So I'm gonna stop rambling on, get these out there. I've actually taken quite a while to find some spots. Obviously these big barrages out here in France are generally quite flat and nothing going on, but this one is very different. As you can probably tell, there's a lot of rocks and sandy areas, and in there is a lot of shelves, so it kind of drops off and big riverbed at the bottom. So I'm fishing a big range of different depths, sort of soft and hard areas. Where I actually saw the fish is a really, really nice spot, nice, solid, flat, hard area. It's actually quite late on in the day, and Gav's just getting his rods out. He took a bit longer to find some spots and stuff, just make sure he's 100% happy with it. I think he boated up one of the arms as well, just to have a look at it as well. Yeah, who knows what's in store for me for the rest of my time here. Well, over the last 24 hours, I've visited 4 lakes, I've eaten 3 plain baguettes, and I've fished for 1 hour. And I am 4 weeks and 3 days into my trip. And I'm telling you that because even though I've been out here for so long, it's still absolute madness. We boated out on a lake yesterday and had to repack the car within 20 minutes. It knackers you, and I'm wrecked. My body is battered. Well, the sun's come up and all carnage has broken loose. I've just had 2 carp on the bounce. I changed over a rod, I moved it over to a more central zone, just off the riverbed that runs through here. And then instantly I had a run and landed it. And then I had another one, put the rod straight back out there, went again. And now Gav's just had one again. So we've got 3 in the nets to take out and photograph. And from yesterday running around all these lakes and not knowing where we're gonna end up, it feels good to have a couple fish in the net. They're all really scaly mirrors, not massive. One of them's a bit bigger, but it just excites us to see what else is in here. If the bigger ones, if the 40, 50, 60 pounders look like anything like this, yeah, they'll be pretty special. Well, how about that for the first one from this lake? I am completely over the moon. It doesn't matter how big they are when they look as cool as that. This one really fought hard. I hooked him out in open water and he took me around to the right in the boat into a bay, and just a new carp from a new lake. I had no idea that was even swimming around here. So yeah, what a trip this is turning out to be. A few minutes after this one, after getting the rods out, I actually managed another one off the same spot. So I think we'll get this one back, and the other one's a little bit smaller, but just as good looking, I think. So we'll get this one back, and what a lovely, lovely afternoon we've just had. There we go, they're the other 2. Some very, very angry, heavily scaled mirrors. How about that? Should we get them back? Well, the evening is fast approaching, the shadows are getting longer, and all the kit's sort of an absolute mess. It's just not very professional, is it, Gav? All the kit's actually all drying. We've got all the nets in the wind all staked, all drying off after a crazy hour or so of complete and utter mayhem, to be honest. Yeah, we weren't really prepared for it. Yeah, we did make the most of it though, I think. We had as many rods back out onto the spots as quick as possible. I managed to pick off a couple, and unfortunately, as I said, Gav lost one and then managed to have one as well. So we're both off the mark, and they are small, but we've located a few, and if we have to play the numbers game and wade through a few small ones, they're not too ugly. They're pretty, to be honest. Yeah, I wouldn't mind catching a few of them if that's what it takes to catch something a little bigger. So I think we're gonna sit back this evening and relax, because both of us are pretty knackered. We're up from first light this morning. Sunrise was pretty cool. For my last few days out here, I think I've got about 4 or 5 days left. Fingers crossed for one last absolute giant. Well, I've just stopped recording, which is a bit unfortunate. But Gav's in. What do you have that on?
Same again.
Same again.
Royal Marine hard hooker with a matching pink pop-up, so snowman style.
Is that a hell or marine
That's
pink?
A marine pink. Dosed
Nice.
up with scent from hell.
Pinks are the one. Or at least on this lake.
It has been, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mad because what was the other place you fished, it was all yellow, wasn't it?
Yeah, completely yellow. And then the lake before that was all pink. Do you think if we fished creminos like as hook baits we'd catch? It is weird, isn't it? Like, you feed a certain bait to get him confident, and then you're presenting like a pink over the top.
And a fishy
fish meal, hook bait.
Matching.
But that is to stand out, I suppose.
Well, I suppose we could potentially try a little trial and error. If the fish are here and we're going to do it, fish might try it with a cremino, match the hatch and a bottom bait and see what happens. Might not be as regular, but we might pick out the bigger fish.
Bon voyage.
Bon voyage. Look at that. Lovely dark grey. It's looks like one of the older stock, doesn't she?
Bolognese on the bank.
Chef and a Gav.
That'd do. Oh, look at the size of that. That's going to be gone in. That's going to send me into a food coma. Well, as sunny and hot as it was earlier on, the sun's gone down and it's freezing. I can't believe these changes in temperatures. I was sitting out with no top on and in shorts today.
Right on cue. You don't want to come in.
Yes. Oh yeah.
This morning's action saw Gav land, if I remember correctly, 5 stunning small mirrors. Unfortunately, later in the trip, I lost the SD card with this footage. Now, a special misty morning, remembered only by those who witnessed it. Myself and Gav, a cherished memory, brought back only by a few stills.
Well, it's getting into evening time now, and I'm just gonna set this net back up. Yeah, as you can see, I've got the rods out, and it's a lovely evening. It's been so nice in the sunshine today. Like I said, for the past couple of weeks, it has been Baltic, and there was ice this morning, so it's very nice to be in a t-shirt and shorts in the sunshine, catching some rays. On the fishing front, it's been slow, to be honest. Nothing all day, except from that one this morning for me. It's kind of made me think maybe that it just caught them as they were moving up the lake, ready for spawning, and it would make sense because the past couple of days have been very sunny and today has been absolutely roasting hot, and I think we'll get that for the next few weeks as well now in France, in this region anyway. I'm going to probably have a move tomorrow. I'm going to part ways with Gav. I've got one more lake that I really want to go to. I'm going to pack up the gear early morning, already organising a few bits now, and then head over there. It's about a 40-minute drive from here. It's not far at all. I'm going to stop at the supermarket and stuff before I go, and I think I've got about 3 nights before my Eurotunnel back home is due. And I suppose that will be the end of 5.5 weeks out here. It's a lot of time. Well, good morning. As you can see behind me, I've got 2 rods laid up on my bivvy, and I had a couple in the night, and to be honest, I was so tired and they were so small, they went straight back. A little common and a bit bigger mirror. But that kind of sums up our
session here. We've just not really managed to get into any of the bigger ones. So we're gonna move. We're gonna part ways. I've got another lake not far from here that I'm gonna go to. And then Gav's got a couple of other pins a bit further north, I think, that he's gonna go. And then one last leg of this big journey. Although I've done it many, many times, I cannot wait, to be honest. I can't wait to get exploring again and get that adventure back on the road.
Well, I've had a good look around this lake, and to be honest, I'm not really feeling it. So what happened today? I looked around the lake, didn't fancy it, drove to my grandparents, picked up the bits that I haven't already got off them. I left a couple of bits with them halfway through the trip. And then either was going to stay the night there and thought, do you know what, I've only got 3 nights left, I'm going to go out and do it. So I drove about 3.5 hours more. I've just gone over, let's actually check, 2,181 miles for the trip. I've done a lot of driving. Not sure whether I'll get the rods out tonight because it's getting dark already. And yeah, officially it's days only, so I think I'll stick to the rules, not get the rods out, and get ready for early morning. But it feels good to be all down here, to be honest. I'm wrecked. I've just seen a fish.
Early morning I was up, as keen as ever, deploying my double 24mm Atlantic heats into some likely looking snags.
I can't believe 5 weeks has gone this quickly. And if I can catch a singular carp from this lake, then my trip is complete. Well, that hasn't taken long at all. I was literally out in the boat just dropping a second rod after dropping this one, and it's gone straight away. I told you I found them last night. Wow. What a start. I wasn't in a great place, to be honest, when I set out on this trip. And that first week was hard. I don't think I really wanted to be out here, to be honest, and I wasn't enjoying my fishing. And it's fair to say, over this 5-week period, I've fallen back in love with fishing. Time to get a break from everything and relax, and I really felt like I've had that. The nature, the adventure, and the pursuit of wild French carp. This one's coming in now. Don't think it's that big, but it's a start, and a very good start as well. Look at that for a carp. Holy shit. I didn't realise they grew that thick. That's wider than my hand. Wow. Well, 5 weeks ago, I set out on a massive mission. And 5 weeks later to the day, I am holding a carp of ridiculous proportion. I am so happy right now. Look at that for a carp. Public lake mothership. Wow. Just wow, I'm completely lost for words. This trip has thrown me everything. Absolutely everything. Hard, good, and at this moment, really bloody good. Wow. Well, I've literally just slipped that fish back, got the rod back out, and I'm in again. So much for coming here to have a relaxing few days of my session. So after the absolutely colossal mirror carp, I only really had one rod out. My trip was complete. I couldn't dream of anything getting better. That one rod actually went. I had to go out in the boat and I was playing this carp from the boat. It felt quite big. I saw this glowing bar of gold, ginormous common, rise up from the depths from the boat, and it must have towed me around the lake, and I finally slipped it in the net, and it it was just on sunset and it was a beautiful sunset. Well, how about that for an evening? But something just crazy just happened. Well, it's happened again. This one is bigger and I cannot believe what I'm experiencing right now. This is truly the greatest days. I can't even say it. I had my greatest days angling on another lake this trip. This is just a joke. Massive, massive carp in the middle of France, and my back is in bits. I can't believe France is giving me this sort of send-off. What a carp that is. Now it will be very, very easy to drive those 11 hours back home after catching a couple like this. Right at the very end. What a carp, what a time. France is really giving me the best send-off known to man.